up? It's going down, fam. Drug dealers in Tijuana, Mexico. It's going on a killing spree. Who are they killing? Corrupt, corrupt police officers. It's going down, fam. They're killing corrupt police officers. Check it out. These guys have said they are sick and tired of the police stealing their stuff, playing games with them. So they went on a killing spree to hunt down corrupt officers who stole a shipment of drugs in Tijuana, Mexico from them. A recent killing spree in Mexican border city of Tijuana could have been lifted from a TV script. Enraged drug laws hunting down corrupt police officers who stole a drug shipment is making news all over the world. Two of the officers suspected of the theft have been killed, sent to the upper room. But so have at least 3 other officers. This is according to the city's former police chief, suggesting the cartel believed to have owned the drugs may have been launched. They believe that the cartel may have owned the drugs and they may have launched a generalized retribution. It is the latest blow for Tijuana, which has the most homicides of any city in Mexico, with about double the number of the place that comes second, the border city of Ciudad Juarez. Tijuana, situated in the border state of Baja, California, and with a population of over 2.1 million, has for several years seen around 2,000 murders annually. By comparison, family, I'm in Houston, and Houston averages about 435 killings a year. In fact, that was last year, 435 killings in 2022. We got the same population. We got about the same population as Tijuana, yet they have 2,000 murders compared to 435 killings right here in the good old US of A, H-Town. According to prosecutors, in mid-November, a half dozen local and state police officers in Tijuana allegedly hatched a plot to steal a large shipment of drugs from a warehouse where traffickers were storing it. Video emerged last week of the officers' pickup truck, check this out, family, pulling out of the building with the big plastic wrapped bales of cocaine filling the truck bed. State prosecutor Maria Andrade confirmed this week that 3 state detectives were under investigation in the case, along with a similar number of Tijuana municipal police. Family, these people have decided that they're not going to sit back and allow these police officers, these crooked police officers, to just take their product. They're not going for it. Apparently, the cartel knew almost immediately who had pulled off the heist. Check this out. Oh, it gets real deep right here. On November 18th, just hours after the theft, gunmen sprayed the federal prosecutor's office in Tijuana with at least 30 rounds, pockmarking the building's facade. Within an hour, one of the municipal police officers allegedly involved in the heist was gunned down on the streets of Tijuana. On November 24th, gunmen targeted the state prosecutor's office with a barrage of gunfire, but nobody was injured. On November 27th, a state detective under investigation for the theft was gunned down in his car while filling it up with gas at a station in Tijuana. It seemed the officer saw the attack coming and was able to start his car and advance a few feet before being hit and hitting a column and collapsing dead at the wheel. The attackers fled on motorcycle. An employee of the state prosecutor's office who spoke with the AP on condition of anonymity, as he was not authorized to talk publicly about the case, confirmed this week that two of the officers under investigation in the scandal had been shot and killed in broad daylight on the city's streets in an apparent gangland revenge. The employee said the second officer declined an offer for a spot in the state witness protection program in return for testifying in the case. Why do you think he would not testify in that case? Why do you think he would not allow them to put him in a witness protection program? I'll tell you why. Because they was going to go get his whole family. And obviously, that weighed heavily on his decision. Family, as you know, here in America, there are a lot of dirty cops who steal shipments of drugs. They break in drug houses, they steal dope dealers' stash. They pull drug dealers over and they take their stash from them and they go out and resell it on the black market. Sometimes they use it and sell it. Sometimes they just use it all up. What if something like that happened in America? What do you think would happen if something like that was to happen in America? We're talking about dirty cops, fam. We ain't talking about protecting good cops. We're talking about dirty cops. What do you think would happen? Going into the comments. Tavares Adams, what's up? 101. I see you, Miss Jazzy. Miss Jazzy in the building. Afterbirth, what up? Margot Jones. DF. I don't know why the police play with drug dealers in Mexico. Them dudes out there is a different breed. They don't care nothing about the law. They don't care nothing about retribution. All they know is if you violate, they coming to get you. But let's talk about this, fam. Let's talk about this whole drug thing, right? I remember there was a time that people used to go to Tijuana and brag about it. I'm talking about the 80s and the 90s. This was before 911. People used to brag about Tijuana all the time, going to Tijuana and having a good time. And next thing you know, they were talking about don't go to Tijuana. They killing. I thought 400 plus people was a lot of people. And it is a lot of people to kill, but 2,000 a year? Mexico is a country that's controlled by cartels. Now, America is controlled by gangsters too, but they got their hands in a little bit of everything, not just the drug trade, but they got their hands in a little bit of everything. For all of you Americans out there who love to talk down on places that experience their own unique problems in their country, let's say, okay, in Mexico, you got 2,000 people get killed, get murdered, and most of it is drug related. But right here in America, you got thousands and thousands of murders all over the US, thousands of murders. And then you got people dying from our food being spiked by unscrupulous food and beverage companies whom the FDA gives a pass to. Then you got Big Pharma making all these drugs that supposed to help you maintain a quality of life in one area while threatening your life in the other. Oh, got shingles? Take this drug. Side effects could include breaking out in hives, running down the street butt naked in the middle of the night, and sudden death while driving. You got the air pollution. You got politicians who sell us out to lobbyists and special interest groups who allow these companies to come in and set up shop in our neighborhoods and produce chemicals that go airborne that they know is going to kill the people. But because they got to put it somewhere, they often try to put it somewhere in a poor neighborhood where nobody cares and nobody goes to jail. Why do Americans feel the need to be high? Why? The U.S. is the #1 consumer of drugs in the world. Why? See, so before we start talk down on Mexico, let's take a look at our own house. Yeah, they're killing in Mexico, in certain parts of Mexico. But they're doing a whole bunch of killing all over America. Every city in America got triple digit homicides. Every major city in America, triple digit homicides. Mid to high triple digit homicides. So why do we feel the need to get high in America? Because of all of the stress-related issues in America, with all the robbing and the killing and the rapes and getting sold out to foreign interests. People can't pay bills, can't get a decent job. You got bullies who try to push you around, knowing that you got mouths to feed, you got a roof that you need to maintain over your head, you got a car note. So they use that against you to push you around, cause you stress, in turn, depression, make you have to go see a therapist, pay money that you ain't got to see a therapist, pop some pills just to get through the day with them. Next thing you know, you're checking out here a lot sooner than you thought you would. Why do we feel the need to get high in America? Then we make drugs. There's some drugs that we make here, or they make here. They legalize them and then they tax them. So they still got people doing time for weed, but now they've made weed legal in some states. And in other states, if you get caught with a small amount of it, they just throw it away, or they dismiss it, or it's a misdemeanor. So it's legal in some states. In other states, the weed is illegal. So now they figured out a way to tax it. So we're going to allow dispensaries. We're going to allow farms. We're going to allow smoke shops that sell weed. And we're going to tax you on it. And the taxes are going to go to education. Oh, these people are a trip. The taxes are going to go to education, while at the same time, we are going to shut down schools and close libraries and convert them into detention centers. Anyway, fam, the war on drugs is a failure. It's been a failure for a long time. In fact, there's never really been a war on drugs. It's been a war on us. Ain't no war on drugs. The war is on us. For every ounce they take off the streets, 1,000 ounces make it through. Oftentimes with the help of those who are supposed to be guarding the borders, who are supposed to be helping to keep the streets safe. So don't get on your high horse. Yeah, Tier 1 is a dangerous place, but don't get on your high horse and act like there ain't a whole lot of murder and mayhem going on right here where we lay our heads. I could see if the murder rate was only 4 people in a major city in America, only 4 people a year, maybe 10 people a year or 40 people a year, but 400 people, 500 people, 600 and 700 people, that's a lot of murder. Every time you turn on the news, the first, in a 30-minute segment, the first 25 minutes or so is nothing but murder and mayhem. They started off with murder. They used to put the murders on the back end of the newscast. They used to start off with good news, and then there'd be some warnings about, they'll give you something good, then they'll say something about politicians, what's going on politically, then they'll give you a warning, some type of consumer warning like that, about some type of scam or products that are out there, whatever, services or whatever. And then they drop the murder story. Somebody got killed. And most of these news stories would only have a maximum of maybe 1 or 2 murders. And now it's murder, 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 murder. And they wonder why everybody's so damn depressed. I stopped actually watching the news, family, a few years ago. I stopped watching the news. Actually, it was like right around the time Trump got elected. I stopped watching news, primarily because I was tired of seeing that little ugly mud face. Yeah, I got tired of seeing his mud face. Now, I know some of you Trump supporters is watching some of the wind and blew some of y'all in. So I know y'all mad at me for saying that, but this is not a figment of my imagination, family. Like, I think I got a legitimate beef here. Let me see if I can find a photo of this dude, and y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm just trying to call a strike, a ball, man. I'm just calling a strike, and a ball. I'm gonna show you a picture of this dude. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Like I'm just calling a strike, and a ball. That's it. Let's see. Let me pull up this picture right quick. Come on, where you at? Get that right there. This is the dude who called Africa a shithole called a shithole countries. Look at this dude, fam. Hold on, I'm almost there. And this is one of his better pictures. I ain't got time to really search and really show you how he really look on a daily basis to Melania. But imagine, ladies, if you will, waking up to that. Imagine waking up to that every morning. Look at it. His skin look like it stink. Look at his skin. Skin look like it stink. Yeah, fam. Look at his skin. It looks like those pores look open. Look like they really all the way, look like they collect dirt, like they attract dirt. Like it's like a magnet or something in his pores. And the dirt just come up in there and it look all pulsy. Somebody asked me the other day, why do I talk about Donald Trump so badly? Why do I talk about Trump so badly? It's simple, family. Because when Barack Obama was running for president, this dude, for the first time since he's been alive, started calling the president out, like targeting the president, targeting the presidential candidate. Like he started actually targeting Barack, saying he didn't belong here because he was African, calling him a Muslim. He the one started that whole birth certificate stuff, wanting Barack to prove that he was an American and all of that stuff. And if he was white, he wouldn't have done that. I mean, did he make Melania prove that she was American? Did he make her, show him a birth certificate? Nah, he went over there and got us straightened out, and none of his people ever complained about her not being an American. They never say anything about that. She's not even an American. And they never talk about that. So I'm not even a big fan of Barack Obama. It's not even about Barack. It's just about him seeing a black man in position to become commander-in-chief, the #1 man in America. And he was cool with black people being able to sing and box, rap, be a mayor, commissioner, a governor, a police chief. He was cool with all of that. But #1, the president, he couldn't take it. It was too much for him, and it was too much for a whole lot of them that match his description. So I knew what that was all about. So that's why I stay on his head. You can say what you want to say, but I know what he is. Well, when Trump came out, all the rappers was taking pictures of him and they were saying his name in the songs and stuff. That's because we didn't know who that sucker really was until he ran for president. He never came out saying all those dirty, low-down things that he was saying. We didn't even know that he had a discrimination lawsuit filed against him in New York for barring black people from living in his apartment building. We had no knowledge of none of that. So as people found out who he really was, that's when people started turning on him. But they like to omit little small details. What's up, Mike Brown? Roz Cash says, Trump 2024. I'm with you, baby. Trump 2024. Inmate number 985-320-1010. I'm with you. That sucker ain't gonna be president. But they better be lucky I ain't president right now, because I use all my power to make sure he gets convicted. And he'll be the first U.S. president, former U.S. president, to go to prison. I'll put that sucker in prison. I'll put his ass in prison. All y'all talking about Trump ain't gonna never go to prison. Trump, I'll put his ass in prison. I'll make sure he go to prison. I'll use all my power to send his ass to prison. Anybody that try to fight me, resist me, I'm gonna use my power to bring them down. I'll destroy every single enemy. Oh yeah. If I was the president, he would be going to jail. Oh, he going to prison. Expeditiously. That's right, King. King Bonnie, what up? Yeah, he going to jail expeditiously. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I'll use all my power. I'll do the same thing Trump was doing when he was in office. Remember how he was just making everybody bow down? And even when they didn't like him, they still dealt with him. They still had to keep their mouth shut and not speak out against him, because they knew he would go to any length to get even. That's what I would do. I wouldn't play it safe. I wouldn't be all ease. I wouldn't try to get all the votes for the Republicans and get all the Democrats. Whatever the spot that I had, man, I just use executive order on every last one of them. Yeah, I go in on them. This trial would have been over by now. I'm letting everybody know. We need to wrap this up, baby. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up like an interview when you got something else to do. And you doing an interview, you got somewhere else to go, you got something else to do. Wrap it up, baby. That's how the managers do you. Wrap it up. They don't do it to you. They don't do it to the artist. They'll tell the crew, a member of the staff or whatever, or whoever's interviewing you. They be like, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Yeah. What's up, Vaughn? Lake Charles in the building. Lake Charles. I remember going to Lake Charles for many years when I was a youngster. Many years. Going to visit my grandmother. Yeah, man. Good times, good times. Lake Charles is one of those laid back, really cool places to live. Totally underestimated. A lot of good people that live in Lake Charles. A lot of good people. Chris Smith, what's up? A Mazda. Bike King, what up? Bike King said, I don't want to live near some blacks. I am black. Was that necessary, bro? What made you say that? Like, out of all the shit you could have said on social media, what made you say, like, we ain't even talking about living near blacks. We ain't talking about who would you prefer to live next to? That ain't even a discussion. How do you make a statement like that? And we're talking about something totally irrelevant to what are you talking about? You got to get rid of that self-hate, man. Because you could have said, I don't want to live, instead of saying, I don't want to live next to some blacks, you could have just said, I don't want to live next to some people. Because I don't want to live next to some people myself. If you're going to say black, then break down the other groups. Make sure you mention the other groups. Because I've lived next to blacks, Hispanics, whites, haven't lived right next to Asians, but I lived in the same neighborhood as Asians. And let me tell you this, family. Oh, when I lived in the high-rise building, that was a mix of everybody. And let me tell you this. This might surprise you. I'm sure it will, because it sounds like you bought into the propaganda, you've been indoctrinated. So this might surprise you. When I lived in the high-rise in the Galleria in Houston, black people, the black residents, were the absolute best neighbors in the entire building. Now, I know you're surprised, huh? I bet you're surprised. Because Master told you black people act uncivilized. Let me tell you something else too, fam. The reason why it's probably, black people are probably the best people that you can live next to if you got some money. Because black people who got money, they don't want to be around the riffraff. So they're going to move in the best area, the best neighborhood that money can buy. That's what they're going to do. Because they don't want to be near the riffraff they damn self. They're going to move into the best place that money can buy, just like everybody else do. Also, they're going to have a good attitude in most cases. They're going to be the best neighbors in most cases because they know that there's a stereotype against them. So they intentionally make it their job to debunk the stereotype. It's just like you got black people who overcompensate for people who don't tip well. So when I hear these people, well, black people don't tip, black people, what kind of black people you be around? Because all the black people that I know tip well. All the black people I be around tip well, like tip really well, including myself. So what type of black people do you be around? What kind of black customers are you getting? I'll bet you $1 to a donut that I'm responsible myself for giving some people the biggest tip they ever had while working as a waiter, as a waitress. I bet you I'm responsible for giving some people the biggest tip they ever had for delivering my furniture. So what kind of black people you be around? See, that's why this channel is important, family, because I'm going to kill all them stereotypes. We're going to get rid of that indoctrination over here. We ain't going to let them control the narrative over here. We're going to debunk all of that. We're going to strike all that down. We're going to shut that down. It's black love over here, baby. You ain't got no black love. You need to bounce. You ain't got no love for black people. You got to get up out of here, including if you black. You got to get up out of here. You can't come over here and bash black men, and you can't come over here and bash black women. You can do it, but you ain't gonna survive. You got one time, and your ass is up out of here. Yeah, this ain't no ESPN, TNT, CNN. You got one time. This ain't Fox. You got one time. Bughorse DC, what up, baby? What up? Man, if you can't see what's happening by now, you can't see what's happening. You ain't gonna never see what's happening. These people like to take our worst and hold it up as an example of who we are collectively. And they take their best and hold it up to who they are collectively. You understand? You see what I'm saying? They take our best and use it as an example of who we are collectively. They take our worst and use that as an example of who we are collectively. Take their best and use it as an example of who they are collectively. But I know the truth. I know where those trailer parks are located. Yeah, I know where those houses leaning to the side are located. With the holes in the roof and the holes in the floor. I know where they located. I know where the rich ones are who are uncivilized mutts. I know where they located. UG King, Pat B, what up? Simeon Israel. Carl Jones, what it do? Gerald Jarvis. What's up, Gerald Jarvis? Beyond compare. Yo, what's up with that like button, man? Y'all hit that like button, family. Hold on, let me check this out, man, because y'all really being disrespectful about these likes, man. How y'all gonna come on the channel, man, and sit here and listen to me, take my time out to provide you this information and instructions, and I'm taking time out of my busy schedule to bring y'all this information and instructions, and y'all can't even hit the like button? It don't cost you nothing. Don't take even a second to do it. Man, let me see what these likes look like. Hold on. This a dismal 319 likes. Boy, that's cold-blooded, man. That's cold-blooded. I got 619 people watching, which is a very low number. I don't know why. Well, I know why. They got me shadow banned. You know, there should be more like 10, 20,000 people watching, but got to deal with it. But 319 likes, come on, fam. That's cold-blooded, man. Y'all ain't right. You're going to hell for that. Somebody gonna go to hell. Whoever ain't liking this, whoever come over here and check out my videos and don't like them, you going to hell. That's as simple as that. So I'm over here doing God's work, man. So you're gonna go to hell. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Let's see, what else we got over here? What else we got over here? Chuck Deasy, what up? Stacy R. Yeah, man, they be messing with the location. They be messing with the notifications. Yeah, they be doing me bad, man. They be shadow banning me. Black Star Beauty, what's up? Just trying to discourage me, fam. Trying to discourage me from bringing this information and instructions to y'all. You know how they do. Frank Stocker. Frank Stocker say, don't say that. What do you mean when I say don't, you going to hell? You going to hell. I'm over here doing God's work, man. Don't you understand that? You can't go against God's people. If I'm over here doing God's work and you hating on it or you ain't supporting it, what that gonna say? What you think you just gonna get a ride? You think you're gonna be good? You think you going to heaven going against God's will? I'm God's will, man. Will. You get it? Will. Will. It don't matter anyway, fam, because I wake up every day with the W. You see what I'm saying? Every day I wake up with a W. Willie W. You see what I'm saying? I wake up with the W every morning. As soon as I wake up, I already won. Oracle 7100 off the chain. What up? Swan for president. Mario Gibson. What's up, Mario? And Will Sheldon. Will Sheldon. All right, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all for joining the live. On your way out the door, fam, smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. And a warning to you, dirty police officers in the U.S. Y'all like to move around. Y'all like to move around when y'all do something dirty in one city or town. Y'all try to move around to the next jurisdiction or the next city. Won't you do everybody a favor and move to Tijuana and become a cop? Oh, they ain't like that. They ain't like that at all. All you dirty cops in the U.S., next time you do something dirty, don't, if you really want to be a cop, you like that action, you about that action, you like being tough on crime, you tough. Don't go to the next jurisdiction. Don't go over to the next city or state. Go get you a job in Tijuana, Mexico. Still a dope. Let's see how that works out for you. No more.